I'll teach you how to make your own electric lawnmower. It's powered by an angle grinder. So the cutting blades are here. You can use ordinary zip ties, or you can use nylon cutting blades used by grass cutters. You can buy nylon cutting blades by the bulk, but you can use zip ties also. They work fine, but you might prefer to use real nylon cutting blades used in grass cutters. So ordinarily, since the spindle of angle grinders are short, you place the cutting disc or sanding disc here, but that would be placing the angle grinder very near the grass, and you don't want to do that, especially if the grass is moist or wet, because you might short the angle grinder. So the solution is to buy an extension. Looks like this. You put it there, you turn it, you lock it in place, and then that allows you to position the angle grinder away from the grass or above the grass by several inches. So they usually come in different sizes. I usually use the long one. This is the shorter version. It's called the extension shaft or extension rod of angle grinders. So here I just used an ordinary cutting disc, sanding disc, and I just placed 4 holes where I could place the zip ties to serve as cutting blades. So when this turns, it cuts the grass. So I'll show you the dimensions and the parts needed. These are the parts needed. Sheet metal over here to hold the angle grinder in place. Another sheet metal there. You have to make a casing for the angle grinder. You have to bend sheet metal in such a way. So you put vents here, because the angle grinder has vents here, so that it will not overheat. And then you have to cut this off so that you can access the switch. And then you have to drill holes on the casing so that you can bolt the angle grinder in place. So that this will not be moving up and down. You use a zip tie over here. You drill a hole there and then place a zip tie to tie this portion down so that it will be steady. So again, drill holes there, this side and that side, because angle grinders usually have 3 holes here, here and here for the handles. So use the holes for the handles in bolting down your angle grinder. Okay, let's measure. From there to there, it's about 18 inches. From that end to this end, about 16.5 inches. Now for wheels, I just used an ordinary wheel of an old baby stroller. To put it in place, just drill a hole on the appropriate portion and then use nuts and bolts. I use 2 nuts to hold the wheels in place. And then for the back wheel, I just used a 4-inch caster wheel. The diameter of the wheel is 4 inches. Also that one, it's a caster wheel. That one. The diameter is 4 inches. I just bolted it. Now here, again, you have to have sheet metal so that you can bolt the caster wheel in place. Here I just used scrap 2 by 3 wood. So I just assembled it this way, put the sheet metal here as a platform for the angle grinder where I could bolt the casing, and then I screwed another sheet metal there, and then I just used ordinary lawnmower handle from an old lawnmower that's not working anymore. I just removed the handle and then bolted it down. This pivots. Now for this I just use scrap wood. There I have scrap wood, 2x3. Cut it in the length I showed you a while ago. Now I used the caster wheel at the back so that I could push it easily in different directions while cutting grass. If the area you're going to cut is not so big, you just have to have one extension cord, long one. But if the area is too big, you have to have additional extension cords so that you can reach that portion. Now when plugging the lawnmower in the outlet, I usually don't plug it directly on the extension cord. I plug this into the extension cord. This is an adapter with an off and on switch, and then put it on already, so it's on. But if I plug the angle grinder here, the switch here is still off, so when I put it on, it will start already. So that prevents me from still putting on the angle grinder this way. So it's on already, but I can control the power here. So I'll plug this to the extension and then plug the angle grinder here. If you want to turn it on, just turn this on. Okay, this is an ordinary plug adapter. So place it on your extension, and then plug your angle grinder here. If you want to turn it on, just switch it on. Since grass is scattered all over the place in all directions, you have to protect this from grass debris. The best thing I found out was this one. It's an old window screen. I have extra window screen there. So since it's rolled already, the inclination is to go that way, to the left and right portion of your angle grinder. And then I just clip the ends there. So like this, I'll show you. So since it's curled already, when you place it on top, it will have the tendency to insert itself on the left and right portion of the angle grinder. So just clip it in place at the back this way, so it won't go anywhere already. So while mowing the lawn, this stays in place, and then grass will just stay there on top or on the sides without going inside the vents of your angle grinder. So it stays in place while you're moving it on the grass. Doesn't go anywhere. So let's test it now on the garden. By the way, you don't have to buy an expensive angle grinder. This is just a cheap Black & Decker angle grinder. If you want to use it for other projects, just remove the bolt here, and then you can use it for projects. If you want to cut grass again, just place the bolts down, tie this portion with a zip tie, and you're good to go. Okay? Time for coffee. Oh yeah.